name is Dilipar, first year MBA from SVCE College. My topic is HRP process, Human Resources Planning Process. Meaning, planning of human resources is a major managerial responsibility. It is important because human resources provide a firm with a competitive advantage. In the age of competition, firms are focusing their attention on employee knowledge and skills. Definition: human resources planning is a major task of HRM because it is concerned with utilizing human resources. An organization does not own a person as it does capital and physical assets. This HR resource is seldom given proper attention. Many managers have failed because they have taken their human resources for granted. It is one of the most critical management undertakings of this decade. Steps in HRP process: integration of HR planning with corporate planning, assessment of environment factors, assessment of human resources, demand forecasting, supply forecasting, matching demand and supply, action plan. Integration of HR planning with corporate planning. HR planning process begins with considering organizational and strategies. The first stage of HR planning is to integrate corporate planning. All staff planning stems from business with corporate strategy. Assessment of environmental factors. The second stage in HR planning is to forecast or assess the internal and external environmental factors that affect the demand and supply of labor. Some of the most significant environmental factors are government influences, economic environment, geographic and competitive conditions, technological factors, workforce composition, management philosophy, and work patterns. Are several techniques now available for doing HR forecast. The techniques among others are the Delphi technique, nominal technique, committee board, expert opinion, consultancy, regression and correlation analysis. Assessment of human resource. The assessment of HR begins with environmental analysis, under which the external and internal objectives, resources and structure are analyzed to assess the currently available HR inventory level. After the analysis of the external and internal forces of the organization, it will be easier for an HR manager to find out the internal strengths and weaknesses of the organization on the one hand and opportunities and threats on the other. Moreover, it includes an inventory of the workers and skills already available within the organization. Demand forecasting is the process of estimating the demand for an HR in an organization. Demand forecasting is a process of future needs for HR in terms of quantity and quality. It is also to meet the future personal requirements of the organization to achieve the desired level of output. Future human needs can be estimated with the help of the organization's current human resources, situation and analysis of organizational plans and procedures. It will be necessary to perform a year by year analysis for everything significant level and type. Demand may be either judgmental or mathematical. The HR concerned with anticipating the number of replacements, required retirements, death, dismissal, transfer and promotions, and changes resulting in increased productivity. This highlights and oversteps positions. Supply forecasting. Supply is another side of human resources assessment. It is concerned with estimating the supply of workforce given the analysis of current resources and the future availability of the human resources in organization. It estimates the future sources of HR that are likely to be available from within and outside the organization. The internal source includes promotion, transfer, job enlargement, and enrichment, whereas the external source includes recruiting fresh candidates capable of performing well in the organization. Matching demand and supply. Another step of human resource planning is concerned with the forecast future demand and supply. The matching process refers to bring demand and supply in equilibrium position so that shortage and overstaffing positions will be solved. In case of shortages, an organization has to hire more required number of employees. Conversely, in the case of overstaffing, it has to reduce the level of existing employment. Hence, it is concluded that this matching process gives knowledge about requirements and sources of HR. Action plan. The last phase of human resources planning, which is concerned surplus and shortages of human resources. The HR plan is By designing different HR activities, the major activities required to execute the HR plan are recruitment, selection, placement, training, development, socialization, etc. Finally, this step is followed by control and evaluation of the performance of HR to check whether the HR planning matches the HR objectives and policies. This action plan should be updated according to change time and condition. HRP time calculated with the allocation of human resources with an organization over time. Thank you.